Sorry.
Sorry. Why?
Windshield wipers were not ready to wake up this morning. You know, school buses, kids going on a field trip.
Wow!
Sporting event on the weekend.
OK， 我们现在赶着去 New Hampshire 探望 Matt 的爸爸妈妈，因为今天他的爸爸要去renew 他的 license。
Boston Celtics basketball team playing right here.
Andrew, are you excited we're going to New Hampshire?
Yes.
You know where we're going right now? First we're going to Laconia, right?
Mm-hmm.
To see your dad.
Laconia is a town in New Hampshire that has an airport where my dad is getting certified as a pilot. He's already certified, but he has to get recertified to make sure that he still can fly and that he's healthy and not too old or something like that. So he has to go meet with the flight instructor. The instructor will make sure that he's safe and then give him certification and say, yep, you can keep flying.
How old can he keep flying?
I don't think there's an age limit. As long as you're healthy, you can do it.
They will still give you a license after like 90 years old?
Yep. And the state motto of New Hampshire is live free or die. So you can live free and have the freedom to do what you want to do as long as you're responsible and healthy, and then you die. That comes from the old part of the USA, the Revolutionary War, when we tried to break away and become a free country from Britain, because Britain and the King of England was controlling America, and the people in New Hampshire said, we want to live free or die. So in New Hampshire, they love their freedom and they don't want to be controlled by the King of England or the government of the United States. They really love to be free on their own property and farm or ranch or their own lives. They want to have the feeling of freedom.
You don't have to wear seatbelt there, right?
You do have to wear a seatbelt, but you don't have to wear a helmet if you're riding a motorcycle. Other states, they have helmet laws, but in New Hampshire, you can ride a motorcycle with no helmet.
How old is your dad?
He is 75 right now.
OK， 75岁。因为我们有3天假期，所以顺便带你们去看一下阿 Matt 的爸爸妈妈的家，在 New Hampshire。刚好现在是秋天。And you grew up in New Hampshire?
I did. I grew up in New Hampshire, yeah. From age 10 to about 16. So those are my formative years when I really formed my personality and who I was. I enjoyed my time in New Hampshire.
他不是在那边出生，但是他在那边成长哦。
There are 2 dogs. There's one on each side.
Come on.
Oh, and then he puts his head in. Here he comes.
Seriously. Every time.
Oh, here he comes. Zoom, there he is. Hi.
Watch out, watch out.
Hi.
Finally, we got one.
Look at the Halloween car. It's got skeletons and skulls.
Oh yeah.
Still a bit hot.
他们很喜欢用鸡胸肉来做。My brother don't like the chicken breast.
Mm-hmm.
So I make the chicken breast. And he said, why use chicken breast?
Mm-hmm.
I said, because the Americans, they like chicken breast because it's less fat, right?
Mm-hmm. We do. And no bones.
Yeah. 柠檬味很重，香草味也很重。Not bad. Thank you.
Good.
Okay, now you can eat.
Okay, great.
今天我的家翁要来 renew license, flying license.
This is for you. Always recording.
Okay, they record me, I record them.
I think she's supposed to play to the floor.
Man, you used to go to the school and learn how to fly the airplane, right?
I did, yeah. The ground school. So you learn all the rules about different altitudes or heights you have to fly in different places. Lots of rules you have to learn. You have to study the weather and know about the weather rules as well. But I didn't do the flying lessons because it was too expensive and took too much time. So didn't become a pilot like my dad.
How expensive is it?
Back then, about 20 years ago, it was $100 an hour.
Oh, how many hours do you need?
Maybe 15 hours. 1,500. Good math, Andrew.
Wow, that's a lot of money for 15.
Yeah.
Do you want to be a pilot, Andrew?
No,
No, you don't want to fly the airplane like Grandpa?
not that much.
Are you nervous, Grandpa?
Haven't flown for 2 years.
Yeah.
Just a little bit,
All right.
but it'll come back to me.
Okay.
I pull back to go up, right?
You don't scare me, okay?
It lands in the water.
Yeah, that's right. It lands in the water. Very good.
How tall are you?
6'8". 203 centimeters.
Your dad same height as you?
Used to be, but he's a little shorter now. About 200 centimeters.
That's a lot of meters to up.
这个是飞机的灯。
Think the tire needs some air? Does it look good?
Looks pretty good.
Just have to do a little inspection first, make sure everything looks safe so they can fly. It's
There's
good.
a little gap here.
Yeah, that's a little door for like a suitcase. If you have some luggage, you can put it in there.
I'm not sure there's any luggage in there. That's perfectly fine.
Let me pick you up and you can see where they put the luggage. Can you see back there? Open up that door. Where the
Wow.
luggage goes.
How'd you doing, Dad?
It's called a pre-flight. It's making sure that this collection of used and spare parts are stuck together properly so that it becomes an airplane.
Okay.
And if it's all good, then we can go fly.
All right.
If there's any maintenance problem, we went through the paperwork here to make sure I have all the documents we need legally and check out the battery and the lights and all that. I'm just looking now for the little nuts that hold the aileron onto the wing, making sure that it's all wiggles but not too much.
Okay.
And so it'll move. This is the flap, this is the aileron. This turns the wings this way.
You know how much that costs?
A lot of money.
A lot, like.
This kind, brand new, is like 500,000 brand new, the Skyhawk. And I should think this one would be close to $1 million.
哇，1个 million 啊。
The Cirruses are very fancy. They have a parachute. If you get in trouble and you're at a good speed, you explain that.
Yeah.
Save your life. It's worth the money
1 million.
if you have the money. This is a 1980, I think she said 84 aircraft, so it's got some miles and years on it, but it has a newer engine, more powerful engine in it, so you can take more heavier people or whatever.
Wow.
It's a standard training plane.
Smell like fuel here.
Yeah,
Wow. Where is the engine to start? That one?
yeah,
With the key?
yeah. That's the key. The key's red on the red cook there.
Okay. I
Shove
make
it
sure
back
I
in.
don't push that. Ouch.
Ouch! 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 the other one. We're going to test this fuel by pushing up, and the fuel comes down in.
Oh, wow.
And it's good. No bubbles. No. If it was water, there would be floating. Fuel would be floating. Okay, she's coming back now.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Hope you get the new license.
Well, thank you. We'll see how it goes.
Alright. 那个导师要看他还能不能够飞，要确定他还健康，然后视力、听力、能力、记性全部看还好不好，然后才批准他可不可以拿2年的 license。
This is like the airplane that Grandpa flew in Australia for 8 years, only this one's a little smaller. His was a little bit bigger. This is called a Cessna 172, and he flew a Cessna 182.
How do you feel like riding with him?
Sometimes I had to get my courage up. Some days I would jump in the plane happily. Some days I was a bit nervous about it. A lot depended upon the weather. You know, if the weather looked sort of iffy, I wasn't sure. If it was a beautiful, clear day like today, I could jump in and be happy. Or if it was really a bad weather day, then I knew we wouldn't go. But so in between ones, I was a little nervous, but I did it. I did a lot of flying with him, and it was fun. He's a very good pilot. He flew 8 years in very difficult drought conditions and flew safely for 8 years in those conditions. So he's a very good pilot. He's been flying many, many years. He has about 1,300 hours.
1,300. That's a lot.
Yeah. That's practically what you need to become a commercial pilot now. They're so desperate for pilots, but he's too old now. You know, he could never fulfill his dream to become a commercial pilot because he was too tall. Oh, working in the Outback as well. That was his favorite time in his whole life. 8 years where somebody else paid for his flying.
Oh, okay.
So that was great.
Nice.
Oh, here comes the plane.
Just come the plane. You're strong. Can pull the whole airplane.
They're not that heavy.
哦，在上面。Wow. Do you regret not to fly? Finish
No.
your course?
No, my life turned out pretty good. It would have been a different life though if I had tried to become a pilot.
Yeah.
Would have met lots of different people and gone different places.
Oh, met a lot of beautiful air
Flight
stewards.
attendants, yeah.
So you regret?
Well, maybe one of my flights would have taken me to Malaysia and I would have met a wonderful lady named Yen there.
You probably wouldn't.
If you believe in
Look
destiny and fate, then one way or another we would have met, yeah.
You probably met a lot of. Hey, they call it flight stewardess or flight attendants?
Kind of like yesterday, we were talking about waiter and waitress. Those are the old terms. Now they're called servers. So they used to be called stewardess for woman and a steward for a man. But now they're just called flight attendants.
Flight
So
attendants.
you don't separate them by male or female, yeah.
Oh.
It's more of an equality thing.
Everyone can fly, huh? You just have to go to aviation school.
Yep, you gotta learn how and get the license and approval. Follow all the rules, or else they'll take your license away. Just like driver's license.
Matt, I
Yeah.
think you own this, right?
No,
Tell
James
me you
Bond 007 owns this one. Tells you where you can't step and
No.
shows you where you can step to climb up there. This is the tread so you don't slip. That's where you can walk. No, those go in the holes so that birds don't make nests in there. Birds or bees or any kind of insect might go in there and try to live in there, and they'll start a little family, and then you'll start up the airplane and they'll get stuck in your engine.
妈妈的家。Yay! We're here. Good job, John.
I also got this for you.
Whoa, what's that?
Lollipop.
You got another 2 years.
Another 2 years. That's it. That's what I'm gonna try.